We are open to serve you weekly. Our hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and we are open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Give us a call at 304-587-2123. Clay Family Pharmacy, proud supporters of all Clay County athletes.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Chino's has 3 sizzling offers for just $9.99 each. Build your own large 3-topping pizza or enjoy a homestyle spaghetti lunch special with a drink, all for only $9.99. And for a limited time, get 2 medium specialty pizzas for just $9.99 each. That's right, a large 3-topping pizza, spaghetti with a drink, or medium specialty pizzas are all just $9.99 each. Chino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, where $9.99 gets you more.
Participating locations are listed at genospizza.com.
Legs Welding, Inc., located in Clay County, West Virginia, has provided high-quality products and services to the vital West Virginia coal mining industry since 1978, specializing in custom underground mining equipment such as shuttle car bodies, scoops, booms, and components. Legs Welding is fully equipped and capable of performing a variety of your welding and manufacturing needs. We only use American-made steel, and we take pride in our solid, strong American craftsmanship. Legs Welding, Inc., 304-587-4335. Proud to support the students and athletes of Clay County.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with a People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to WVRC Clay County Sports. I'm Alan Tanner alongside Coach Jason Nichols, and we are live at Sissonville High School for WVSSAC Region 4 softball regional play. We're excited to be here. Coach, welcome in. Thanks for joining me as always, and we got an exciting one tonight.
Yes, we do. We have the Sissonville Indians who come in highly touted, highly ranked, and our girls here in this region. No final, I believe we are 14-8, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be correct.
We come in as the 7th seed, so that tells you what Sissonville is, as they come in as the 2 seed.
The 2 seed at 21-5, according to my latest calculation here, and they're also ranked number 12 in the state of West Virginia. So in AA, so a very tough region. So as you mentioned, this is regional softball action, double elimination tournament. And I believe we're almost ready to get started. I'm trying to wait around here and see if they do a national anthem.
Before we get tonight's game underway,
and let's turn it over to the PA announcer.
Starting with the Lady Panthers.
Actually, they're going to go ahead and do the lineup. So, Coach, why don't we go through the lineup here? I'll start with Sissonville, and then if you want to bring us Clay County's lineup. So, for Sissonville tonight, you're going to see Abby Queen wearing number 13 leading off and playing left field. Jamie Robinson, number 24, will bat second, play shortstop. Lydia Ellis wears number 5. She'll be catching and batting third. On the mound tonight, Josie Wilson, and we'll talk about her a lot. She wears number 9 and bats cleanup as well. Very good pitcher. Bella Alexander will bat 5th, wears number 3, plays right field. Allison Jarrett wears number 8, plays first base, bats 6th. In the 7 holes, McKenna Parcell, a Clay County connection there, wears number 50 and plays third base. Laylee Dunlap will wear number 33 and be the DP, batting 8th in place of Eden Harris, who is the second baseman. That's Eden Haas, correction. And Kenzie Kasdorf will bat 9th, wears number 4 and plays center field. What's our lineup look like?
Okay, our lineup is pretty standard as number 5, Emma Arnold leads off, plays shortstop. Number 3, Addison Taylor will bat second, playing first base. Number 12, Brooklyn Morton will bat third. She'll be on the mound pitching tonight. Number 10, Riley Murphy in the cleanup spot, playing third base. Number 13, Hannah Gandy batting 5th behind the plate at catcher. Number 7, batting 6th, Roxy Schoolcraft will be tonight's second baseman. Cammie Williams, number 6, will be in the lineup, batting 7th, playing right field. Number 11, Lainey Sears, will be batting 8th and playing left field. And number 2, Lily Nichols, will be tonight's center fielder batting ninth.
Well, you mentioned it, pretty standard lineup for the Panthers. We're still missing one major piece, and that's Layla Parker, who is still out after being hit with that line drive a few weeks ago. We hope that she is okay and healing up, but just not ready to come back yet. You mentioned on the mound tonight's Brooklyn Morton. Brooklyn is a touted pitcher. We saw her all season long. Has a lot of good stuff. Let's just hope she's throwing strikes early. That's the only time really that I've noticed she gets herself in trouble, is trying to pick too much around the edges of the plate. So you want to throw strikes tonight and make these girls go at it and make them earn it. And on the other side, you're going to see Josie Wilson. Now, I have some stats on her. These come from Max Preps, and this is pretty impressive, Coach. Before we do that, though, I think it's time for the national anthem. So we'll turn it over to the PA announcer. There you have it, the national anthem, and both teams are just about ready to go. To be the Panthers up first, but I want to mention, let's talk about that pitching matchup again. Brooklyn Morton comes in with a 6.1 ERA and 41 1/3 innings pitched. She kind of splits time right now with Riley Murphy and early on also with Layla Parker. She's given up 52 hits, 51 runs. Only 36 of those runs were earned, 36 walks, and 41 strikeouts. That's Brooklyn Morton. We talked about Josie, and let me find those stats here for a minute. It is, to make sure I got this right here, Josie Wilson. She is a freshman, and these are staggering numbers. 142 1/3 innings pitched, so she basically pitches every game. She has only given up 74 hits, 29 runs, 16 of them earned, 26 walks, 263 strikeouts, and an ERA of 0.79. So,
how many strikeouts?
According to my stats here from Max Preps, 263 strikeouts.
Wow. That is more than, is that 2 per inning?
That's a bunch. A little less, almost 2 per inning, between 1 and 2 per inning.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, only 26 walks as well in 142 innings.
Now that's even more impressive, only 26 walks. So that means young Miss Wilson, who's also the cleanup batter tonight, will be throwing strikes. So it's our job to hit them.
Yes, and so we're going to have to swing early and swing often. She is not going to throw a lot of balls. If you go up there waiting and not ready to hit, you're going to find yourself down in an 0-2 hole, and that's probably right where she's used to being. So it's going to be interesting. Want to thank Bryce Nichols on the camera tonight. He's helping us out with camera work. And I should say, Brookie's family, thank you so much. And Debbie, if you're out there watching, we know you contributed to this little Chick-fil-A action before we got started.
Absolutely. Sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Yes. All right, here we go. Emma Arnold will lead things off. And we are ready to go. The first pitch from Wilson is a strike. And, boy, she throws hard, don't she, Coach?
Yes, she does. And look here, Al, we got 4 umpires for regionals.
Pretty impressive stuff. Emma is a .383 batter with a .500 on-base percentage. So let's see if she can get on. And there's the second pitch. That is a ball, and it is 2-0. Or 1-1, I should say. Sorry.
And I believe the scoreboard is right in our camera view. So.
Oh, that's perfect, as that is a bunt foul, and it's strike 2. Good idea there. Man, that pitch is coming in there. I don't have any idea what speed that is, but that is about as hard as we've seen anybody throw that we've faced.
I would say it's at least, let me look at it again. I'm going to guess 62, 63 mile an hour, somewhere in that range.
Pretty impressive stuff. Arnold down on the count 1 and 2, and there is strike 3 called. 1 out.
Strike 3, so that
264 of them now.
Yeah.
All
right, so now they've saw it. Time to go up and hit. And here comes Addison Taylor. She'll stand in the box here, ready to go. 1 out in the inning, nobody on. We're in the top of the first inning. It is Sissonville and Clay County. Addison, right-handed batter, stands in, swing, and a miss, foul tip. Strike 1.
One key thing, Al, for a pitcher like this is as the pitcher starts their movement, our batters should start their movement.
Here's the windup and the pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 2. So Taylor quickly down 0-2. She'll step out again. And, yeah, you're right. Just be ready to swing early and try to time that thing up. Put it in contact. You never know where that thing's going to go as that next pitch comes in, high ball 1. But you never know when it's coming in that fast, just where it goes. You just make contact. Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yeah, all you want to do is you want to make contact. Let her supply the power.
Addison, a .532 batter, does get a piece of this one, fouls it off. And it will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. This is Josie Wells on the mound for the Indians. And I believe this is double elimination. Correct me if I'm wrong. So either way, both teams will still be playing after this ball game. One team will be facing elimination tomorrow night. Well, hopefully that's the Indians. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is out number 2. So, man.
Yeah.
I think Wilson's showing just exactly why she has a ton of strikeouts.
Yeah, you know, so as we've seen, she's racking those things up. Our job is to stay within ourselves, do what we do.
Here's Brooke Morton now, and she takes a strike on the inside corner, and it is 0-1. 2 quick outs here in the top of the first. The Panthers trying everything they can here to put some pressure on that Sissonville defense. The next pitch is fouled off for strike 2. And, man, she does not throw out of the strike zone.
No, she does not. And that can be a big help because you know she doesn't throw out of the strike zone, so you go up and you're prepared to hit a strike.
You know you're going to have 3 cracks at it and probably not swinging at anything out of the zone. Here's the next one, and it is strike 3 called. And the Panthers go down 1-2-3 on 3 strikeouts in the top of the first. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the bottom of the first inning for Sissonville. It'll be Abby Queen, Jamie Robinson, and Lydia Ellis to face Brooklyn Morton when we come back on WVRC, Clay County Sports.
If you're interested in a new tractor or implements, give Shamlin Brothers Farm Supply a call at 304-927-1426. We are a Coyote, Bush Hog, Vermeer, and Coon dealer. Also, look us up on the web at ShamlinBrothersFarmSupply.com. And may God bless.
Stump's Funeral Home and Cremation has been in business since 1897. Family owned and operated for 6 generations, offering you and your loved ones services with dignity and respect. With 3 locations to serve your needs in Grantsville, Arnoldsburg, and Stump Maddox Funeral Home in Clendenin. We offer traditional funeral services, cremation, green burial, monuments, new sales and lettering of existing stones, military services, funeral pre-planning, and aftercare grief resources. Let our licensed professionals guide you through the difficult process of honoring and saying goodbye to your loved ones. Stump's Funeral Home and Cremation.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. Brooke Morton takes the mound for the Panthers. She'll be pitching to Hannah Gandy behind the plate. That battery mate there of Gandy and Morton has been a good one this year. We'll see if they can get some outs against this very tough Sissonville lineup. And this is Abby Queen leading things off for the Indians. And I'm looking here for Queen. She is a .349 hitter. She has 96 plate appearances this year, so she's been in there a lot. Batting over 300. Let's see what Brooklyn has for her. Here's the first pitch, and it is Out of the zone, ball 1.
And looks like Miss Queen is a slap hitter, so you can expect to see Murphy pulled up and out, and Emma in normal position. Ball should be coming towards third baseline.
There it is. It's a little soft roller to Morton. She picks it up and throws it right over to first in time for out number 1. Nice play there by Morton. Good pitch and pretty easy. That's the way we like it.
Yeah, I would say Miss Queen wanted to get the ball pushed more towards shortstop, as she obviously had speed. This will be Jamie Robinson, as boy, everything is loud, is it not, Al?
Yes, they've got that speaker booming. Jamie Robinson comes in. She is a 373 hitter in her own right. So we'll see what happens as she is swinging. Popped up softly right into the glove of Emma Arnold for out number 2, and 2 quick ones for Brooke. How about that?
Yeah, 3 pitches so far. Let's see if we can end this inning as Lydia Ellis steps up. She is today's catcher. That speaker's so loud I can't even hardly think.
It really is right in our ears. So we'll do the best we can here. There's Lydia Ellis. Ellis is a 5'15" batter. She stands way up in that box. Fouls this one off, strike 1. But, boy, she is ready to hit. She is not afraid of it. She's almost out of the box. She's so far up in it.
Yeah, I would say in practice they see Miss Wilson all the time. So they're, not that Brooklyn's slow by any means, but Wilson is just a step above. So, they probably get used to that. A lot of the times you say a quote-unquote slower pitcher,
yes,
and that's why you step up in the box. But they're used to hitting off Wilson, I would say.
1-1 count. Ellis does have 8 home runs this year, so she is a power hitter, but she pops this one up. Not going to reach the stands, but it's going to reach the ground, and it's an error on miscommunication there by the shortstop and second baseman, and that's one you got to have.
Yeah, that is definitely one you got to have, especially as you enter into tournament play. Someone has to call that out, and the shortstop, if she's saying I've got it, she trumps all other infielders.
Well, that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Josie Wilson, and she, again, as we just saw, stands way up in the box. And Miss Wilson obviously has great pitching stats. She's a 328 hitter on the year. She does have 1 home run, 19 RBIs in 67 plate appearances here. So pretty good hitter in her own right. Here is the next one. And Hannah Gandy throws right down the line. Runner back in time. That was a strike, and it is 1-1 to Wilson. And, boy, this will be a big out here. You hate to see us give up anything after that error, what should have been a 1-2-3 inning for Brooklyn.
Yeah, because scoring is going to be at a premium with, Wilson on the mound. I wouldn't expect us to get 8, 9, 10 runs. So,
right,
if we are able to get 2 or 3 runs, you'd like to think that our defense would, which our defense has been pretty good,
yes,
would be able to supply
that
what
pitch
we
high.
need.
3-1 the count now, so Brooklyn just got to come right here. You don't want to, I don't know if I would put one right down Broadway, but you want to come back with a strike. You don't want to put runners in scoring position if you don't have to. Here's the pitch to Wilson. She swings. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, and it's botched, and somebody better pick it up. And they're going to go to third. The runner is in there in time safely, and that's 2 errors. And we're going to say still no hits given up, 2 errors, first and third now, and this one is going to be a big time at bat. This is Bella Alexander, a 281 hitter.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know if it's nerves, if it's what, but Emma normally doesn't commit errors, and she's committed 2 so far in this first inning. We got to figure out a way to get out of this inning. Nothing harmed if we can. So Bella Alexander stepping up, tonight's right fielder.
Bella is a 281 hitter in 78 plate appearances. She has 18 hits and 11 RBIs. She's looking for number 12 as we're looking to get out of this inning. Brooklyn steps right up to the pitching rubber here, gets set, and here's the first pitch, and it is a strike as the throw down to third, and she is safe. Oh, my.
Oh, boy. Hannah stood up. She faked like she was going to third, which made the runner on faked like she was going to second, made the runner on third to hesitate for a minute. and she was just barely able to get back under that tag.
Boy, that replay, I think the umpire may not have had the best look at that thing here because she may have been out. But nonetheless, it's 0-1, swing and a miss, strike two. Good pitch there by Morton, and now you're one strike away from being able to erase all those bad memories of those last two errors and getting out of this inning. Morton in an ahead of the hitter, I should say, 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's high. Good take there by the cleanup, or the 5-hole hitter, Bella Alexander. She plays right field as she stands right back in. Morton looking in, getting the sign, and she's ready to go. Runners on first and third base. 2 outs here in the inning. Ball is hit foul down the left field line right past Murphy, but clearly foul, and we'll go do it again. 0-2. Well, it looks like it's 1-2 according to the scoreboard.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, we're way up on this batter. What we want to do is just, field the ball cleanly, throw the ball cleanly, get out of this inning and go.
Ball hits the shortstop again under the glove of Arnold. 1 run will score, and the runner going to second, we're not paying attention, and she's going to get to second, and that's another error. And what goes down as an RBI, and it's 1-0 Sissonville. And boy, tough first inning for the Panthers.
Yeah, Emma, as I said, right now she's just in her own mind, after that first one. And, we give up 1 unearned run as Allison Jarrett comes to the plate.
So here is Jarrett. She's a .313 hitter. First pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. Runners at second and third. And again, the Panthers, that's something, a young team, and this is something we knew we would see from time to time. But even when that ball came back into the infield there was a chance to get the runner at second.
Yes.
Here's the 1-0. That's high ball 2.
And if you're the pitcher on the mound, you're doing your job to get us out of this inning. You just have to continue to do your job and let the defense play behind you, and hopefully they'll play behind you the way they've been doing all season long.
Absolutely.
What you don't want to do is press and act like you're the one that has to get the out by way of strikeout. Just throw the ball in there. The defense will come around.
3-0. You do have a base open here, so not in a ton of jeopardy if you do walk, as that is going to be ball 4. And so that's going to load them up here. And you've got
Next to Lady Indians, we have number
McKenna
50,
Parcell. Now, Coach, there's some Clay County connections to Miss Parcell?
Yes, all of you out there know our booster president of the Panther Athletic Club, not president, but booster, one of our booster leaders, Jessica Rote. This is Jessica Rote's niece, George Parcell. If you remember George from Clay County High graduate, this is his daughter, McKenna.
First pitch is low for a ball. Ball got away for a minute from Gandy, but she's able to cover it. Didn't really get far, and it's 1-0. And now, you need to throw a strike here, as Morton has pitched well this inning. Defense has kind of let her down here, so we'll see if she can't get it. And that one is in there for a strike. Good pitch on the inside corner to Parcell. It's 1-1. There are 2 outs. Got 2 quick ones, and then things kind of fell apart for the Lady Panthers. We'll see if they can't get one more here. Here's the next one, and that one's in the dirt, ball 2.
Yeah, and again, what Brooklyn needs to do is just say, listen, I've done my job this inning. I'm just going to continue to throw it in there and let the defense play behind you. Do not press and feel that you must be the one making the strikeout. And what will happen if you do that, you'll see walks.
Good pitch. That one's strike 2. So 2-2. No hits so far, according to my calculation. You agree there. No hits still for the Indians. They do have a run in. The value of putting the ball in play can't be understated, as that one is a slow roller but foul over near third base, and it remains 2-2. They haven't really hit the ball hard. Nobody has.
No, they have not. They had a ball that was popped up right behind the pitcher that we booted. Then 2 balls to shortstop that were, routine ground balls that our shortstop, as we've seen all year long, is accustomed to making that play.
There's a pitch in the dirt, 3-2. So here's your money pitch now. You have to throw a strike here, and I think you throw one in there, whatever it is that you feel most comfortable with getting across the plate, you do so. You don't want to walk in a run, and make something happen here and let your defense go to work. Morton 3-2 pitch, bases loaded, and that's ball 4. And that's another run.
Yeah, another unearned run as that girl walks in a run, 2 walks in a row. And that's what I'm talking about is if you're Brooklyn, you just have to do what you do. And, the defense has let her down this inning, and you have to just erase that somehow out of your head.
Here's Laylee Dunlap. That's a strike on the first pitch. Laylee Dunlap, a freshman, is a .333 batter with 26 plate appearances this year, so not as many as some of the other players. She does have that average above 300, so you can see up and down this lineup, the Indians do hit it. She hits one softly to the shortstop. Arnold does make the play. This time takes it herself to the bag for out number 3, and the Panthers will head back to the dugout. You're going to see the replay right here. That's the Arnold that we're used to seeing. She'll get back in the dugout, reset, and we'll get back into this thing. It's 2-0. Sissonville leads. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors on WVRC Clay County Sports.
In your time of need, call Wilson Smith Funeral Home, 154 Main Street in Clay, West Virginia, providing all your needs for pre-needs, burial, cremation, and memorials. We have 2 locations to better serve the public, Wilson Smith Funeral Home in Clay, West Virginia, and Pennington Smith Funeral Home, located in Gully Bridge, West Virginia. We offer personalized services and a caring staff. We are with you every step of the way. You will have peace of mind knowing that we are taking care of your loved one. Call Wilson Smith Funeral Home, 154 Main Street in Clay, West Virginia at 304-587-4244 or Pennington Smith Funeral Home located at 331 Main Street, Gully Bridge, West Virginia at 304-632-2111. Basil W. Smith Jr., LIC owner. Tracy Osborne, office manager. Hunter Jones, apprentice. Staff members Greg Fitzwater, Bobby Joe Harmon, and Candy Dorsey.
We are back, and it's Riley Murphy going to lead things off for the Panthers. Murphy, a .561 hitter, by far the highest average on the team. Let's see if she can't get a score in this inning. Wilson back on the mound, swing and a miss for strike 1. We have just been unable to catch up to her fastball.
Yeah, and until we prove that we can, that's probably all we're going to see from her.
Well, I have to agree. Wilson right back at it, working fast. Pitch number 2 is out of the zone, a ball. A rare occasion there. So Murphy's going to get a shot here. I would gear up and be ready to swing that bat. You're right. As soon as she starts her windup, you need to start getting ready.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to load, as you call it, transfer your weight to your back foot on the windup as her, and be ready to go as her follow-through comes, her backswing comes around.
We have yet to put a ball in play. We have fouled a couple pitches off, but nothing in the field of play yet for the Panthers. So let's see if we can get something here. Here's the next one to Murphy. That's high, ball 2, 2-2.
Yeah, Murphy, as we've grown accustomed to, she always gets her money's worth from the plate. So this is a 6th pitch at bat coming up. So, most likely she'll put the ball in play.
Here's the next one, and that is ball 3. So a rare full count from Wilson, and Murphy has worked a good one. We'll see if she can't put the ball in play here, make something happen. It's Riley Murphy batting against Josie Wilson. Wilson steps in, looks at the wristband, and now she's ready to go. Here's the next one, and that is strike 3 called.
Yeah, Murphy did not like that. I think she thought the ball was a little inside. Obviously, we do not have our, our outfield cam to be able to tell, but you can tell by her face she did not like that, as this will bring up Hannah Gandy, tonight's catcher, to the plate.
Here is Hannah. Hannah batting .510 as that average has soared. She's actually rivaling Murphy now. She's gotten better and better this year.
Yes, Murphy and Taylor and Gandy all above, and Brooklyn all above 500.
Strike 2.
Very formidable, middle of your order.
Well, right now it's no balls, 2 strikes. Gandy yet to get the bat off her shoulder. Let's see if she is able to do so here. Here's the next one, and swings right underneath that one, strike 3.
Yeah, that's 5 batters, 5 strikeouts for Miss Wilson. We're going to have to find a way to put the ball in the bat. Maybe even see a couple bunts, see if you can't get a bunt single, something like that, just to put a little pressure on her.
Roxy Schoolcraft will come to the plate. Roxy, a .318 hitter, as she swings and misses. We're underneath that ball. I can tell it from here.
Yeah, but we do. Roxy had a nice swing there. Well, I mean, it seems like we're right on it. We're not like overly behind it or anything like that.
She's shoving bunt, fouls it off.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a good opportunity. Roxy's got a little bit of speed on her. Be a good opportunity to see if she can't lay one down. She'll probably have to go away from that now, as there are 2 strikes. If you bunt a 2-strike pitch foul, that counts as a strikeout. So I'd say she'll be swinging away here.
With 2 outs, 2 strikes, the Panthers trying to extend this inning any way they can, and they aren't able to do so. It's strike 3. And for the second straight inning, it's 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts as Wilson continues to dominate so far. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning as Sissonville comes up to bat. It's 2-0. We'll be right back on WVRC, Clay County Sports.
Clay Family Pharmacy is your hometown pharmacy, serving Clay County and the surrounding areas with prompt, reliable service and a family-friendly atmosphere. We are open to serve you weekly. Our hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and we are open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Give us a call at 304-587-2123. Clay Family Pharmacy, proud supporters of all Clay County athletes.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Chino's has 3 sizzling offers for just $9.99 each. Build your own large 3-topping pizza or enjoy a homestyle spaghetti lunch special with that drink. All for only $9.99. And for a limited time, get 2 medium specialty pizzas for just $9.99 each. That's right, a large 3-topping pizza, spaghetti with a drink, or medium specialty pizzas are all just $9.99 each. Chino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, where $9.99 gets you more.
Participating locations are listed at genospizza.com.
We're back, bottom of the second inning. The Panthers trailing 2-0, and up to bat is the 9 batter Kinsey Kasdorf for the Indians. The Indians yet to have a hit. Neither team has a hit. The difference being the Indians with 2 runs, as the Panthers have committed 3 errors in this ball game. Kasdorf is a .320 hitter with 56 plate appearances. She has 16 hits on the year and 5 RBIs as she stands in ready to go.
Now, you said she had 56 plate appearances?
Yeah.
And someone up in their lineup only had in the 40s, I believe you said. So that means she may have been batting up at the top of the order earlier in the season.
Maybe move down to that bottom of the order as that second leadoff. She bunts this one. It's fielded cleanly. The throw to first in time.
Yes.
Got the out. Nice play.
Yeah, what a great play. If you notice there, I don't know if you have it on replay, but if you notice there, had Brooklyn not picked that up barehanded, she would not have gotten her. That girl has a lot of speed, just like Queen, who's coming up to bat does. But Brooklyn came out, fielded it barehanded, turned around, threw a strike to first base. That's about as good as you can get it right there.
Absolutely. Here's Abby Queen for the second time. She's 0 for 1 in this ball game. She shows bunt. She's a left-handed hitter. That one out of the zone, so she pulls it back. It's 1-0. You got to really be careful if you're that slap hitter. You bunt, even if you pull it back the way you're coming forward, it's almost an attempt.
Yes.
Here's the next one from Morton, and she does bunt it. It's a good bunt, and it is a perfect placement. No chance. That's a hit.
Yeah, what happened there was she pulled a left-handed hitter, a slap hitter. She pulled that down the first base line because she noticed that our first baseman was holding it on. What you want to do there is you want to bring both girls in and let the second baseman cover first. That'll bring up Jamie Robinson, who popped up to Emma Arnold in the first inning.
Here's Robinson now. She stands in. Runner on first. First hit of the game. Here in the second inning, and the throw, down to second, and they would have had her, but the ball gets away into the right field area, and Queen will go to third. So another error and a stolen base. Now you got a runner on third with 1 away.
Yeah, I couldn't see if that was looked like a clean throw and just went off of our glove. So
It was almost like she tried to tag it as she caught it, and it slipped out the top. So, runner on third, 1 out. It is 0-1, as I apparently called that one a ball. So now it's 1-1.
yeah, this is Robinson. Robinson popped up to the shortstop. So, the base runner is causing a little bit of havoc here.
Yeah, runner on third. Robinson stands in. 1-1 count. 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch. It's inside, ball 2. 2-1. Now, Coach, who's the number 1 seed in this region?
Number 1 seed in this region, I believe, is the number 1 team in the state, which is Logan.
Logan High School. So, I imagine very, very possible, maybe even likely, as that ball is in their low 3-1, the state champion probably comes out of this region.
I would say there's a very good shot at it, as 2 teams will come out of the region. This year, new to softball, is
ball 4.
There will be 8 teams in the state tournament. Never before has that happened. There's always only been 2 teams in the state tournament.
4 teams, you mean, right?
Oh, 4 teams, yes.
Yeah.
Now there'll be 8 teams, 2 teams per region. Lydia Ellis is up to bat. She got on by an error and scored a run on an error. So she's up to bat with runners on first and third.
Runner goes, and Gandy goes down to third, and I'm telling you, they almost had her that time. Another play there by Gandy, heads-up plays. You're going to see it here on replay. The runner started to go down, and boy, that was close.
Oh boy, what camera work by the
That was excellent camera work, yes. Excellent camera work. All right. 1-0 to Ellis. Morton comes to the plate. It's hit softly. Murphy makes the play, goes to first, in time to throw home. Not in time, but they do get the out. Smart play there, as Murphy was able to pick it up and throw over to first for out number 2. The runner did go from second to third. And so, with a runner coming across, that's good softball by Sissonville there. Good base running. A good defense by the Panthers. That's just something that happens when you get a runner on third and less than 2 outs.
Yeah, especially 60-foot bases. You got to come up firing. There's no time to look and see if the girl's running behind you and then turn and run. You just got to get the out.
All right, so here we go. Here's Wilson as she takes a strike, 0-1, and now with 2 outs in the inning. And they called that runner out. The scoreboard just has 1. They've missed it, but don't worry about that runner at third here. Just get it out.
No, yeah, you're just wanting to get it out. As Sissonville has only had 1 hit themselves. Is that what you have them for?
Yes, 1 hit. Here's the next one. That's a good pitch. It's strike 2, and so now you've got them in a hole 0-2, and I would say that Wilson trying to get that run home from third just to help her cause. She doesn't need any help that you give her, so hopefully we can get the out here and get back into the dugout. Here's Morton. Just a little high, ball 2. They throw down to third. Good back up there by Arnold. I'm not sure that one really had any chance.
Yeah,
it's 1-2.
If you're Brooklyn, you want that strike call. It looked like it was just a little under the numbers, so you would like to think that ball was in the strike zone, but may have been outside or inside or something like that. Our angle only gives us the up and down, not in and out of it.
Well, that one was really high, so it's 2-2 with 2 outs. Base runner standing on third as Josie Wilson is at the plate. The umpire cleans that plate off just a little bit. And now Wilson will step back in. She is 0-1, reached on an error last time up in the last inning as Morton gets the sign from Gandy, steps back into the circle. Here's the pitch. And, that is close, but just a little low, ball 3.
So we're not getting the low strike or the high strike, so apparently they just want the above the knee at the waist strike.
Yes. Here we go. Here's the pitch, and popped up. Chance to make a play, and Morton does again, nearly ran into the first baseman as Addison is unable to avoid Brooklyn. You see she make that play. And that is the end of the second inning. 3-0 your score. We'll head to the top of the third. The Panthers looking to put the ball in play here on WVRC Clay County Sports. We'll be right back right after this.
At People's Bank, the team of local wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. They provide customized services, including investment management, estate planning, trust administration services, retirement planning, and if you're a business owner, 401k plans for your employees. The strategies are designed to grow and preserve wealth while minimizing risk. People's Bank, working together, building success. Investment products are not FDIC insured, not deposits, and not guaranteed by People's Bank. Not insured by any federal government agency, subject to risk and may lose value.
If you're interested in a new tractor or implements, give Shamlin Brothers Farm Supply a call at 304-927-1426. We are a coyote, bush hog, Vermeer, and coon dealer. Also, look us up on the web at ShamlinBrothersFarmSupply.com. And may God bless.
We are back. It is the top of the third inning, and Cammie Williams is at the plate. And she shows bunt, pulls it back, takes strike one. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not up there ready to, if you hold the bat, you're going to have strike two right here. Let's see what happens. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, as you noticed, Williams, her hands were lower than the pitch. So even if she does hit it, it's going to go straight up in the air. You got to bring the hands level.
All right, well, let's see if she can adjust here. She holds that bat high. Here's the pitch, and ball one.
Good eye there by Cammie as the ball seemed to be inside, and it was inside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cammie, the batter, Josie Wilson, on the mound.
Williams trying to put the ball in play. Here's the next one. She steps back and takes strike 3. She didn't like it, but this pitch has been there all night long for out number 1.
Yeah, that'll be 7 batters, 7 strikeouts, and Lainey Sears, who has all the power in the world. If she would happen to connect with it, it could go as quick as she's pitching.
Lainey likes the ball low. She shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a strike. Lainey, where she's going to hit the ball, at least from what I've seen, is when it's right around the knees.
Yeah, or lower. Yes.
Or lower, and I'm not sure that she's going to get a pitch that low. We'll see. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Season, I would say this is probably a good opportunity for her to lay one down.
Lily stands in the right-handed batter's box, waiting and ready. Here it is, and she takes high ball 1.
Yeah, and Lily's not a very tall girl, has, I don't know what that noise was, but
we figured it out. We're good.
Okay, she's so you would like to see Miss Wilson. Maybe she'll throw some up in the zone against her.
Any base runner would be welcome here at this point, and she swings at that one. That one maybe a little high. Yep. 1-1.
Yeah, you don't want to as much as she does throw strikes and as hard as she does throw, you don't want to help her out any at all.
Nichols stands in back in that batter's box. She does foul this one off. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's where you don't want to be. Down 2 strikes. And she's going to come right at you with that hard fastball. We better be ready. I like your idea of just laying down a bunt. Hold that bat out there, and even if it's a ball, just hold your bat out there and make sure you touch it with the bat. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 9 up, 9 down, all by way of strikeout for the Panthers. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 your score. We'll be right back on WVRC, Clay County Sports.
For more than 120 years, People's Bank has been dedicated to helping businesses thrive. The local business and commercial bankers take the time to understand your business, and that's where relationships start. From there, People's Bank offers a range of loans to best fit your needs, because there's no one-size-fits-all approach to financing. Operating loans, lines of credit, cash management, whether it's for day-to-day operations, expansion, or new equipment, People's Bank is committed to working together and building your success. People's Bank, member FDIC.
If you're interested in a new tractor or implements, give Shamlin Brothers Farm Supply a call at 304-927-1426. We are a coyote, bush hog, Vermeer, and coon dealer. Also, look us up on the web at ShamlinBrothersFarmSupply.com. And may God bless.
Tony here. Go-Mart's Groovy Hoops is on now. Earn bonus rewards points and tokens with specially marked items.
Hey, it's Brad checking in. Go to gomart.com or check the app for details.
Welcome back here to Sissonville High School. It's Region 4 softball action. First round matchup, the number 2 Sissonville Indians, the number 7 Clay County Lady Panthers. And right now it's 3-0 in favor of Sissonville. One hit in this ball game so far for both teams combined, and it belongs to Sissonville. And now batting is Bella Alexander, the 5-hole hitter. She will face Brooklyn Morton, who's had pretty good stuff so far this ball game. Panthers need a quick inning, and that one is immediately swung at and fouled off down the left side, and it is 0-1.
Yeah, Brooklyn has done a really good job so far. Just 3 errors behind her, and those 3 errors are separating the scoreboard right now. Is if we didn't have any of those errors, then the ball game would be 0-0.
Here is the next one, and this is again Bella Alexander, a 281 hitter. She hits this one hard. That's a solid base hit into left field. That'll be a single, and the second hit of the ball game belongs to the Indians. With a runner on first and nobody out, Allison Jarrett will step to the plate here. Allison, the first baseman, and she is a .313 hitter on the year with 2 home runs, so a little bit of power. I believe she is 0 for 1 in this ball game.
No, she hasn't. She got on by way of walk. Her and the next girl got on by way of walk, but she did foul a couple of them off.
Gandy goes to first. Runner back in time safely. That pitch was in the dirt, so it is 1 ball and no strikes. Sissonville hasn't really plastered the ball. That's really the first ball there. That last batter, Alexander, that's the first true base hit. I know they had one on a bunt earlier, and this one fouled back, and it is 1-1.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Sissonville has just put in play just a couple of weak balls in play. Probably the most difficult play was the one we got out on, where Brooklyn came up and grabbed it with her hand and threw it out at first base.
Here's the next one, and it's high. Hannah goes down to first base again. Ball gets away, but 3 Panthers converge on it. Arnold covers second, and that runner really had no shot to get to second base. It's 2-1 the count.
Yeah, and you'll live with that sometimes, as Hannah does a good job holding these runners on close, as we've seen already a couple throws down to third base. You don't want to take that away from her in any way, whether she gets by or not, as she goes down again.
Still, that runner, I don't think the runner is intending to steal, but Hannah feels like she has a chance to get her out and is going to throw it down there every time she feels she can get an out. It's 3-1 suddenly here, so Morton needs to come to the plate. The last 2 have been down in the dirt. Here's the next one. That one's high, ball 4. And so we got 2 on and nobody out. We got some trouble brewing here.
Yeah, that is Jarrett's second walk of the game, as Parcell comes up to bat, tonight's third baseman. She walked in a run with an RBI in the first inning, so here she is maybe doing some damage with the bat this inning.
Parcell ready, takes strike 1. They throw down to the shortstop, trying to get that runner confused a little bit. She gets back in time. It's 0-1 to Parcell. Morton grabs a handful of dirt, wipes it on her pant leg, and we're ready to go here. Needing a big out in this third inning. Don't want to get any more behind, as that's a foul ball left side, and that's what we want. 0-2 hole, and this is where you can really go to work now, as that batter has to protect. And anything close she's going to be swinging at, you might get some soft contact. You'd love to have a strikeout, but you don't have to have it. Defense has got to know, you just have to step on the base, and we'll see if we can't get an out here.
And that's the key, just get an out right now.
Soft grounder goes to the second baseman. Schoolcraft goes to first in time for the out. Man, I thought she was going to tag the runner there and get a double play.
I think she thought about it at first, but the runner was just a little bit too far away. So she did the wise move and went to first to get the first out, and that'll bring up Laylee Dunlap, tonight's DP, as she hit a ball to Emma that Emma tagged. Went on to third base with a while ago and ended the inning, so she had a fielder's choice.
Be quick, Emma, be quick.
Throw down to third, not in time. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Dunlap here. Runners on second and third, 1 out in the inning. Morton back to the plate. There's a good pitch.
Yeah, this batter right here is key to this inning, because if we can get this batter out and battle with the 9-hitter, who typically is not as strong as the top of the order, maybe have a chance to get ourselves out of this inning.
1-1. Here's the next one, and that one hit her on the foot.
Yeah, that's definitely not what we wanted to do there. Obviously, you never want to hit anybody, but you especially didn't want to do it in that situation.
Up next for Lady Indians, we have number 4, Kinsey Kasdorf.
All right, so here we go. Here's Kasdorf now. Kinsey Kasdorf, number 4, the center fielder, the non-batter with 1 out and the bases loaded. A big at-bat right here for Morton and the Lady Panthers. Kasdorf stands in. She is a .320 hitter.
She's the one that bunted the ball back to Morton, and Morton picked it up barehanded. Maybe if she does that again, we'll get it out at the plate, as obviously.
Yeah, throw down to third, not in time. It was a strike. It's 0-1. Kasdorf handles the bat pretty well. Doesn't appear she has a lot of power.
No.
So we'll see if they're probably looking just to put the ball in play and put the pressure on the defense. Here's where you talk things through, make sure that everyone knows what to do. Here's the next one, and she does sling this one into right center field all the way to the wall. It splits the outfielders. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, 3 runs will score, and the runner will hold at third. It's a triple for Kinsey Kasdorf, and as soon as I say she has no power, she hits one to the wall and has 3 RBIs.
Yeah, that was just a perfectly placed ball, as the ball went in between the right fielder and the center fielder, got all the way to the wall, allowing all 3 runners to score, and Clay is in deep trouble here in this ball game, as we have gotten ourselves in a 6-0 hole, and I'm not sure that Mrs. Wilson has given up 6 runs in the game all year.
That pitch gets by. The throw home. Oh, Hannah just got a little antsy. It got by her. She had time, but when that throw came back towards Morton, it was wide, and another run will score. It's 7-0 Sissonville, and now the bases are clear. If there's any good news, now you just got to worry about the batter, and this is the leadoff hitter, Abby Queen.
Yeah, and Abby has placed a couple of nice bunts down on the ground, and I'd imagine she'll do so again. The last time she took it to first base, if you remember that, the first base line. So, make sure that our bunt coverage is sound. Just get out of this inning, get back to the plate, see if we can't chip away.
Here's the next one, and Queen swings away and misses. We saw another hitter that does this. Was it from Buffalo?
We had a girl from Buffalo and a girl from Ravenswood that did this.
Yeah, Ravenswood was the one I was mentioning. We likened her to Ichiro.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yes
Ichiro Suzuki. Yep. So Queen stands in, that left-handed hitter. She steps forward, and it's in the dirt. 3-1.
And sometimes those batters play havoc with your mind as you want to throw one perfectly to her, because you don't see that very often.
Right.
And it tends to lead to a couple balls instead of strikes, as evident here, as Miss Queen will reach by way of the walk.
We have number 24.
So this inning not going the way the Panthers had hoped. It's 7-0 right now. This inning started with Bella Alexander. This is the 7th batter, Lydia Ellis, that will come to the plate here. Miss Ellis.
I believe this is Robinson.
Robinson. I'm sorry, Jamie Robinson. You're right. Throw down to first. Not in time. Runner safe. Ball was in the dirt for ball one. Want to know the count. 1 out in this inning as Jamie Robinson comes in. A .373 hitter in 26 games played this year. And she is ahead 1-0 in the count. Here's the next one. Looked like a good pitch, maybe a little high, 2-0.
Yeah, Brooklyn a little frustrated that she can't get that call in this ball game. And when you're having a hard time getting a low strike and a hard time getting a high strike, you tend to just say, okay, I'll just groove it, and it allows them to know that it's coming, and they'll pick it away.
Yep, that one slapped foul to the right side, 2-1 to Jamie Robinson. The Panthers looking ahead. We do have the top of the order coming up, but boy, we have yet to put a ball in play here, so you really need to find a way to get out of this inning without any more trouble. Morton right back in the circle. Here's the pitch and a little low throw down to second. Not in time, gets away, but Nichols there to throw over to third. Runner in time, slides in safely, and we got a runner on third.
Yeah, so we have a stolen base and an E. I'm not sure, was it an E2 or an E on one of the infielders letting the ball get through, and that'll allow a runner to get on over to third base with only 1 out still as Robinson still stands in behind the plate.
3-1 count to Robinson. Now she'll step out. Panthers trying to find a way to get out of this inning. Morton right back into the circle. Here's the pitch. Swinging foul ball. 3-2 now with 1 out. As it's a beautiful day, nice wind blowing, keeping it from getting too awfully hot. The sun peeking out now. The field in great condition. And the only thing that can make this better is some runs for the Panthers.
Yes. About
8
10
of them.
or 10 or 12 of them.
Well, that'd be fine too, yeah. At least 8 right now. Morton right back at it. Full count. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt, ball 4. Throw down to third, not in time.
Yeah, as Brooklyn really struggling to find the plate, as that'll be her 6th walk. And I think she's just trying to be too perfect in this game. That'll bring up Lydia Ellis. Lydia hit the ball to the third baseman, Riley Murphy, which scored a run, an RBI, but she was out over at first base her last plate appearance.
Looks like we're going to have a little meeting at the mound, or in the circle, I should say, with the infield, as they'll talk it over a little bit. What do you think? Who calls that meeting? The catcher?
Well, if I was a betting person, I would say the coach said, hey, go out and talk, because the coach probably didn't want to use one of their mound visits. I would say, hey, I'd give her a motion and say, go speak with her, settle it down, tell her the situation, and know the situation as a defense.
Showing bunt, and the runner will head to second. They go down to third, and I think she was out if she hadn't dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Boy. And that tag on the back foot right there was there, but the ball slipped out of the glove.
And if you notice, Riley Murphy was standing up in front with anticipation of tagging the back foot.
It is an 0-1 count to Lydia Ellis. That pitch in there for a strike as Morton steps right back on the mound, on the rubber. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. Everything's just coming in low right now.
Yeah, and that's, I hate to keep harping on it, but that's the sign of you can't get a low strike, you can't get a high strike, so you're just trying anything you can do to get it over the plate, and she's just trying to be a little too perfect.
Morton looks, takes the sign. Runners at second and third now, and it's a foul ball.
And one thing that you would have to be saying is, listen, girls, just let them put the ball in play, because they've only shown one strong hit in this whole entire game so far.
Yeah.
1 hit, well, 2 hits. One to Laney, one Hop Laney, and then the one that got to the wall for the triple.
Yes. So they haven't really shown a ton of power. Our defense can make a play. Here's the pitch, high, ball 2. It is 2-2. To the batter, Lydia Ellis, Josie Wilson on deck. This is the 8th hitter in the inning. 7-0 your score. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Runner is coming home. She'll score as it squeaks away from the catcher. And that'll be an error. As the count goes to 3-2, I believe. And it's 8-0. Another run came across the plate. So, both runners advanced. Here's the next one. Foul ball back into the cage. Count remains full. 3-2. 1 out in the inning. As Morton tries everything within her power to get this out. And like you said, just put it over the plate. Make them swing. Let your defense do the rest. I think right now you'd concede the run for the out if you had to. Yes. But we'll see what the Panthers decide to do if they get that runner caught off third. That ball hit in the air down the line, but foul by about 4 steps. And she'll come back and try it one more time.
You know, what a great at bat so far for Miss Ellis. As Miss Ellis says, what is this, her 7th or 8th pitch? I think she's fouled 2 or 3 of them off. So if you're Sissonville, you like to see this kind of at bat from your 3-hitter.
Here we go. Morton steps right back up to the mound. Here's the pitch. Good pitch, and it's a line drive hit into left center field. It'll get between the outfielders all the way to the wall. Sears picks it up, throws it in. The run will score. They go to third. The throw in time. She's out of there.
No, great job. You know, Laney went back, fielded it nicely, and threw a strike into the cutoff man, Emma Arnold. Emma threw it over to Brooklyn. They do get a run off of that, but you know, a double and a 9-6-5 put out over at third base for the second out of the inning as Sissonville takes a 9-0 lead, and Wilson stepping in here, tonight's pitcher for Sissonville, stepping in here with 2 outs.
Very good play to stay with it there, and you're right. You give up the run, but you do get that big second out, and the bases are clear now. And so now you can just focus on this hitter. It's 9-0. Your score. Morton trying to find a way to get the third out as Josie Wilson, the opposite pitcher, stands in. Here's the next pitch. In there for a strike.
You know, I'm still, that's what, the third ball that they've hit with any type of velocity at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, right now, I have a feeling this is one of those scenarios where you're just coming in with a little bit of nerves too much on our side.
Ball hit high and into left field. Sears is camped underneath it. Makes the play for out number 3. Nice job there by Laney Sears. She was under it all the way. And that is the end of the inning. But 6 runs cross the plate for the Indians. It's 9-0. The Panthers definitely have their work cut out for them. We'll see if they can get back in it. Top of the order coming up when we come back on WVRC Clay County Sports.
Legs Welding, Inc., located in Clay County, West Virginia, has provided high-quality products and services to the vital West Virginia coal mining industry since 1978, specializing in custom underground mining equipment such as shuttle car bodies, scoops, booms, and components. Legs Welding is fully equipped and capable of performing a variety of your welding and manufacturing needs. We only use American-made steel, and we take pride in our solid, strong American craftsmanship. Legs Welding, Inc., 304-587-4335. Proud to support the students and athletes of Clay County.
If you're interested in a new tractor or implements, give Shamlin Brothers Farm Supply a call at 304-927-1426. We are a coyote, bush hog, Vermeer, and coon dealer. Also, look us up on the web at ShamlinBrothersFarmSupply.com. And may God bless.
Welcome back to Sissonville High School, and we are in the top of the 4th inning as the Panthers come to the plate. It'll be the 1-2-3 batters in this inning, trailing 9-0. Emma Arnold steps in, trying to find something to get us going here. Let's see if she can do so here. She takes the first pitch, bunts it foul, strike one.
As you've seen, Sissonville brought in both sides of the infield, the third baseman and the first baseman, and you'll see the shortstop covering second and the second baseman covering first. And maybe the left fielder would come in and cover third if need be, but I doubt that would be the situation.
Ball one, a rare ball out of the strike zone for Wilson. Is that a rosin bag they have out there?
That is, okay. Absolutely. A little bit of powder to put on her hand.
Here's the next one. Emma pulls the bat back. It is ball 2-1 the count. And maybe with a lead, Wilson, I doubt it, but maybe you lose a little bit of concentration here and we have a chance to put the ball in play.
And we've seen, Clay have the ability to come back in ball games as, all of us probably remember that Buffalo game. And Buffalo is the 5 seed in this. Even though we beat them twice, they beat us last. So that's why they get the seed ahead of us.
A pitch in there for strike 3 and another strikeout.
10 batters, 10 strikeouts. Wilson as good as advertised.
Yes. All right. So here's Addison Taylor now. She'll step in, try not to strike out. Here we go. First pitch. Strike one. I'm going to say if I was a betting man, I would say strike two's coming.
I would say a strike is on its way.
Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off. Strike two.
And I'll tell you this, Al, the winner of tonight's game between Clay and Sissonville will play the winner of Scott and Roane County, and the loser of tonight's game between Clay and Sissonville will play the loser of Scott and Roane County, and I believe that is tomorrow.
All right. Is that at the higher seeds school?
I'm not 100% sure.
Swing and a miss, strike three. I am sure about that being the second out.
I don't see Scott and Roone waiting in the wings, but I thought it was all games would be at Sissonville, but maybe it will be, maybe not. I mean, maybe it'll be at the
We'll see if we can't figure that out here at some point. As Brooklyn Morton stands in now with 2 outs in the inning. Morton's check swing, ball one. And that was a good check swing because they're ready to swing.
Yeah, I remember coaching against a kid very similar to this, and all you can do to prepare for it is
stand about 10 feet from the mound and throw it.
You got that? I know I brought out the pitching machine and just cranked it up as fast as it would go, and say, just hit it.
Yeah. Here's the next one. It's 2-0 as Morton does take a strike that time. It's 2-1 as Wilson is working quick. 2 outs in the inning. Morton stands in. Wilson checks that wristband. I imagine it says fastball. And whatever it was a good one, and we couldn't catch up to it. 2-2.
I would imagine Miss Wilson will be a name that will be familiar to the softball world if she's not already.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, out 3. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth, 9-0. 12 strikeouts and 12 outs for Miss Wilson. We'll be right back right after this on WVRC, Clay County Sports.
Stump's Funeral Home and Cremation has been in business since 1897. Family owned and operated for 6 generations, offering you and your loved ones services with dignity and respect. With 3 locations to serve your needs in Grantsville, Arnoldsburg, and Stump Maddox Funeral Home in Clendenin. We offer traditional funeral services, cremation, green burial, monuments, new sales and lettering of existing stones, military services, funeral pre-planning, and aftercare grief resources. Let our licensed professionals guide you through the difficult process of honoring and saying goodbye to your loved ones. Stump's Funeral Home and Cremation.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Chino's has 3 sizzling offers for just $9.99 each. Build your own large 3-topping pizza or enjoy a homestyle spaghetti lunch special with that drink. All for only $9.99. And for a limited time, get 2 medium specialty pizzas for just $9.99 each. That's right, a large 3-topping pizza, spaghetti with a drink, or medium specialty pizzas are all just $9.99 each. Chino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, where $9.99 gets you more.
Participating locations are listed at genospizza.com.
We are back, bottom of the 4th inning, and it is Riley Murphy taking the mound for the Lady Panthers. Murphy comes in relief of Brooklyn, who had a pretty decent outing, to be honest, despite the scoreboard. A few walks was all that blemished her record. We just couldn't find a way to get it out. Early errors in the inning, and not much at the plate going on, making it tough.
Yeah, so what changes we'll have is Cammie Williams will come out of the ball game. Chloe 9 will come into the ball game. Chloe will go over and play third. Lily will move over to right field, and Brooklyn will go from the pitcher to center field.
Murphy stands in. She'll throw to Bella Alexander, who led off the last inning with a triple, if I'm not mistaken.
Single.
Oh, I thought she hit a triple. That's right.
The triple was Kasdorf.
That's right. Second pitch is high, and it is quickly 2-0 to Bella Alexander. Bella stands right back in, ready to go. Murphy right back to the mound. And that's high 3-0. So Murphy got to find her way here. Trying to find a way to dial it in and get that ball over the plate. She steps back into the circle. Here is the pitch. That looked like a good pitch, but called a ball.
Yeah.
And that'll be a leadoff walk.
Now batting for the Lady
Again,
Indians, we have number 8, Allison Jarrett.
We're not getting anything called high. We're not getting anything called low. They want everything grooved down the middle, which obviously Wilson has been able to do. So what you just got to do is you just got to go up here and fire it in there.
Yeah, I think so at this point. And that one is hit hard into center. Morton there gets it in quickly, and it'll be a hard hit single for the 6th batter, Allison Jarrett. And now you got 2 on. And nobody out.
2 on, nobody out with Kenna Parcell coming up to bat. Kenna has walked and grounded out to second base so far today.
Here's McKenna, and she takes first pitch ball. And I thought he was going to give us that call. Doesn't. And you're right, man, we have not been able to get a call in there over that strike zone. Nothing. You would think at 9-0 we'd get a little bit of leeway there. But nothing to this point. Next one is a foul ball, 1-1.
And Parcell, as we've seen looking down her stats, she has 4 home runs on the season. So she has the ability to put one over the fence somewhere.
Parcell does have 4 home runs. She's a .246 batter with 23 RBIs. One of the RBI leaders on this team, one of the top 3 or 4. So, she can hit it as she takes that one for a strike. And it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Murphy kind of finding her way now. Looks like she may be getting a little more comfortable out there. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And it looks like Sissonville resets their lineup a couple times through their lineup. And what I mean by that is they have a leadoff hitter, they got a speedy hitter, then they got a power hitter. Then they have a leadoff hitter type, a speedy hitter type, and a power hitter type. And that's where Parcell is fitting as the 7th batter in the order.
She hits this one, lofts it in. It's going to find a hole as that one was just hit soft. The runner had to pause for a moment. She's out. Dropped the ball.
If we would have caught it, I think.
She was out.
I think she thought that.
Good effort.
I think she thought that she had to tag her, and that'll go down as a single with the inability to tag her right there, or the inability to come up with that. So that may even go down as an error. I don't know how you want to score that, but the ball was hit. I would say that's just a regular straight-up hit, as that'll bring Aleli Dunlap to the plate. Dunlap was hit in the foot in the last at-bat.
Yeah, so here is, nope, correction, Coach, we've got Taylor, and this must be a pinch hitter.
Oh, okay.
That's number 99. I don't have a first name for her. We do somewhere probably here. Let me look here and see. This is, I can't read it, to be honest with you. Jacqueline Taylor, maybe? I can't tell.
Yeah.
But anyways, Taylor stands in. She's ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes with the bases loaded. She's a 196 hitter. As she slings this one to shortstop, Arnold goes the short way to second, 1 out. The throw to first, not in time. A run will score, 1 out though, and it's 10-0.
Yeah, you know, good play right there by Emma and Roxy to try to force the double play, as that ball came hard off of Taylor's bat. But Alexander will score from third. Jarrett will move on over to third. Parcell is out at second, and who was it? Taylor?
Yeah.
Pinch hitter, the Taylor girl at first base with the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Kenzie Kadsdorf, and she is the one who hit the triple her last plate appearance.
So they throw down to third, not in time. It's 2-0 already, as I'm behind quickly. As Kadsdorf stands in. Here we go. Murphy now has 2 outs in the inning, or 1 out in the inning, rather. Pitch is a little low. They go to third, and it gets by and hits the umpire, goes into the foul territory, and a run will score, and it's 11-0.
Yeah.
Runner moves up to third.
And the runner moves up to third as Clay's just not playing the way that we are capable of playing in this ball game, and that's a shame because, you know, we come in with a 14-8 record, so you're thinking to yourself, you got a chance to do some damage in this regional bracket, and we still have a chance to do some damage in it. And unless this game turns around, oh no,
we threw it out into center field.
I'm not sure. I think the ball was dead because it was hit out of play, so that doesn't allow the runner to move on up.
Thank goodness, because now Clay does have to get out of this inning if they want to continue. They cannot let them get to 15, right? Swing and a miss.
That is correct, and they have a chance to score another one here.
And they do.
And they do, as we have just fallen apart mentally and emotionally probably in this game, as we've seen Sissonville's had 4 balls hit hard.
Yeah.
And so this isn't what we expected. It isn't what we've been doing lately. So, I know Sissonville's good, nothing against them, but they are not as good as we have allowed them to be in this game.
Well, I don't know where that pitch was. That looked like a good pitch. Mm-hmm. It must have been a little inside from our vantage point because it looked like a good one, but it's full 3-2 with 1 out in the inning. Here's the next one. It is lofted to the shortstop, and it's going to fall in for a hit. Another soft looper that falls in, and that is going to bring up Abby Queen, the leadoff hitter, the left-handed hitter that will slap it and run out of the box.
Yeah, and she's got a single. She's gotten a ball hit right back to the pitcher, and then she walked and stole a base her last plate appearance.
She tries to bunt, can't get it down. It is no balls and a strike, as it's 12-0. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning, and either way, if we're able to get out of this inning, we have to score, 5 runs?
Yeah, we would have to score.
You have to get within 7, right?
Yeah, you have to get within 8, so that means 7 or 5 runs at this point to move on to the bottom of the 5th, absolutely.
So we got some work to do. It is no balls, 2 strikes. Good spot for Murphy, and throw down to first, not in time. It's a ball, 1-2 now the count as Queen steps in. She stands way back in the back and will almost run out of the box as she tries to hit it. Here's the pitch. She does hit it right to Roxy, who goes the short way to second, can't make the play, is Arnold. I don't know who they're going to give that error to, but it's definitely not a hit.
Well, if you're Emma, you're expecting an underhanded flip there. You're not expecting an over-the-top throw. I'm not sure. That's definitely an error. I couldn't tell at this angle who that would be on, but it's definitely an error on Clay County.
Here's Jamie Robinson, the shortstop, number 24, stands in, as that's a good pitch from Murphy, strike 1.
You know, and Murphy, you know, what's she giving up 1 solid hit?
Yeah.
In this inning.
It's been the story of the game, really.
We're just out of whack.
Yes, and trailing by this much, as that's a good pitch right there, strike 2, can do that to a team, especially a young team. You look out there, you've got a freshman behind the plate, you've got a sophomore on the mound, a freshman at third, the lone senior on the team at shortstop. You got a freshman at second base, a sophomore at first base. As that pitch is inside for a ball. It's 1-2. You've got in right field a sophomore, in center field a sophomore, in left field a freshman.
Yeah, and we've done our fair share of putting other teams in this scenario over the course of the season. As, like I said, I mean, you're 14-8. You're expecting to do some damage in regionals, and there's been times where 14-8 teams come out and win regionals. Yeah. And, you know, not saying we can't. It's just if we don't do something, we're not going to be able to win this game.
Yep, and we have to clean up the mistakes, clean up the errors early on. That's a big part of it. Right now, we got to find a way to get an out here. Only 1 in the inning with runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. It's hit right up the middle for a base hit around third, and scoring will be Kasdorf. And stopping at third, now the ball gets away, and coming home will be Abby Queen. She'll score, and that's 2 more. And the lead is now 14-0 as Robinson stands on second base.
Number 5, Lydia.
That would be another error as the ball gets past the third baseman, allowing the runner to score, and the walk-off run is on second base with only 1 out in the form of Jamie Robinson and Lydia Ellis coming to the plate. If we don't keep Robinson from scoring, this ball game is over.
And there it is. It's a base hit down the left field line. That's a double. Rounding third and scoring is Jamie Robinson, and that will be the ball game. Final score 15-0 in 4 innings.
Indians is number 9, Josie Wilson.
I think that has to be the end of it, doesn't it?
It's 15 after 3.
Yeah, that's the ball game. Maybe they don't know.
I'm not sure.
All right, we're going to keep playing.
Okay, well,
who knows? I don't know anything. Guaranteed 5 innings for regional play. Okay.
Okay.
Well, they might regret that if we come back to the play.
And we did. We come back against Buffalo down, but I did not know that. And I coached this game, so I just did not. That must be a new rule.
Yes, so I did get confirmation from Kelly Morton. You have to play 5 in regional play. So we're going to get 2 more at-bats.
Okay.
All right, here is the pitch. It's high, ball 3. And so let's kind of reset here. Runner on second base. It's 15-0, 1 out in the inning. And the batter is Josie Wilson, as she stands in here. Murphy on the mound. Here's the pitch. It's high, ball 4. Runner will go to third on the wild pitch.
Clay really needs to settle down and do something. Was that ball 4?
Yeah. So just at this point, don't worry about anything else but getting the batter out and making a clean play on the batter. Okay. It is what it is.
They must have it at 3-1.
Oh, okay. I thought it was ball 4. And there's a strike. So let's reset here. It's just a runner on third. It's 3-2. That's my fault. And now, chance to make something happen here. Here's Murphy to the plate. Popped up. Looks like it's going to be foul right over into the parking lot.
Yes.
Oh, it saved those trucks. It hit the, it somehow hit the electric line.
I see it.
Yeah.
Bouncing there in front of us, and maybe a telephone line or something.
Be a shame if the scoreboard went out.
Yes.
Wouldn't it?
I'm thinking about going down there and pulling the plug on it.
I'll quickly change the score on our end.
Yeah.
That way it's 2-1 as far as we know.
Be like, well, Clay's winning.
Yeah. All right, here's the 3-2. One more time. Wilson stands in, swing and a miss, strike three. Nice pitch.
Yes, and that is our first strikeout of this game as our first batter we've been able to strike out.
You feel the tide turning a little bit?
Yes.
I do.
And Alexander, who's walked this inning, had a single and reached on an error, so she's been on base all 3 times, scored twice.
Here's the first pitch in the dirt, ball one. I just felt something happen right there. The tide has turned.
Okay.
It got a little cooler. The sun went down.
Yeah.
It is officially time.
I think what you felt was
popped up left field. Laney over, made the play.
Yeah.
Out 3.
There you go, Al.
I could just feel it. There's something happening here. We're going to go to break, and we're going to figure out what it was. And when we come back, Panthers coming to the plate. Top of the 5th inning, 15-0 your score. This is WVRC, Clay County Sports.
Legs Welding, Inc., located in Clay County, West Virginia, has provided high-quality products and services to the vital West Virginia coal mining industry since 1978. Specializing in custom underground mining equipment such as shuttle car bodies, scoops, booms, and components, Legs Welding is fully equipped and capable of performing a variety of your welding and manufacturing needs. We only use American-made steel, and we take pride in our solid, strong American craftsmanship. Legs Welding, Inc., 304-587-4335. Proud to support the students and athletes of Clay County.
People's Bank Student Checking Account is designed for teens and college students. The special account allows for experience managing a checking account with a highly rated mobile banking app, along with a People's Bank Debit MasterCard for purchases and ATM use. It also offers options for direct deposit and mobile check deposit. Visit your nearest People's Bank location or learn more at peebo.com. People's Bank, working together, building success for now and for the future. Member FDIC.
All right, we're back.
And this is it, Al. You said this is it, and
something's going to happen here.
I'm expecting at least 10 runs.
Well, if we can somehow put the ball in play, that's all it's going to take. And there's ball one. I just felt something. It could have been indigestion from this Chick-fil-A, but it might have been. I don't know, momentum.
It may be the concrete pad we're sitting on.
Yeah. There's strike one. All right, now we're ready. We know she's going to throw a strike. Murphy's going to hit one hard right back up the middle right here. Here it comes. Just be prepared for it on this pitch. Here we go. The pitch from Wilson. Oh, swing and a miss. Well, if she had hit it, it would have went right back up the middle.
It would have.
Yes.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I think it did.
All right, so we'll try again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I love the way this is set up. We need to consider this type of seating for our field.
Yes, as the bleachers are on top of the dugout.
Yeah, that's really actually exactly what needs to happen for Bradley Field down there for softball. It's a perfect spot. It's 2-2.
No way.
Oh,
No way.
that one was low.
No way. That ball was low. We haven't got that pitch called at any point. If Brooklyn or Riley gets that call at any point in this game, it's nowhere near 15-0. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Out number one. Ooh, man.
Anyway, Hannah Gandy up to play.
That'll be a big point in this game. There's ball one.
I mean, it's hard to complain when you're down 15-0, but come on.
Yeah, that was low. I think so. All right, 1-0. Here we go. Wilson right back on the mound. Here's the pitch. Gandy swings through it and misses. Strike one. Wilson is impressive. I mean, we haven't had our best game by any means, but boy, she is just hard to hit the ball off of. There's a strike. Man. 1-2. I'm not really sure what you do at this point.
Yeah.
We're open for suggestions. As the next one comes in, and there it is.
Yes.
Base hit up the middle.
Breaks up the perfect game, breaks up the strikeout barrage, and Hannah Gandy, who, I don't know, Al, where you were not there. You were dealing with some medical things last week when we went down to Nitro, but Hannah put one over the fence.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, yes. Well, I just now got the chat up, wanted to know what grade Wilson was in and if she's going to college. She's still trying to, that ball hit her foot.
Yeah.
That's a foul. For those of you wondering what college she's going to, she's still trying to figure out what 10th grade English class she's going to be in next year, because according to our record, she's a freshman.
Yeah, she's going to have her pick of colleges, that's for sure.
She's not even thinking about college probably at this moment. And yes, Goose ruins the perfect game.
Yes.
Showing bunt, pulls it back. 1-1.
Yeah, it's a shame that WVU does not have college softball. I don't know how many people out there know that, but Marshall does, and Marshall just made the NCAA college softball tournament.
Well, when I was in school, you remember you probably had this young lady, well, I'm sure you had her in class because you had me. Alyssa Hively played for Marshall.
Yes, she did.
And she was a Josie Wilson type player.
And I believe that is one of only a handful in the last couple years of D1 athletes that we've had.
Yeah. Here's the next one. And swing and a miss. Strike three. But Goose is back in there safely.
Yeah, so we still have a runner on second with 2 outs. And this will be Chloe Nine, who has come in for Cammie Williams. So
the PA announcer said, up next, number 99.
99.
Yeah, nope, she's just number 9. She's not 99. Here's the first pitch. Strike one.
And that ball looked to be way inside. But
we're stepping away like it is going to be inside, and it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we're standing on the plate.
I don't know. Doesn't appear that way. But what do I know? I know one thing. This girl is hard to hit.
Yeah, and whoever asks what college, she's going to have her chances. And as you've seen, we've hit a handful of them foul. We've put a handful of them straight back, and we've only put one ball in play.
Yeah.
Which was Hannah's sharp single up the middle, and Hannah is just a freshman, and boy, I tell you, the future is bright for Clay County softball.
Yes. Strike three, and that is the ball game.
That seems to be the ball game, Al, as we will go into the losers bracket of Region 4 regional softball play. We will play the loser of Scott versus Roan, and the location is still up in the air.
Well, I was going to say we would tally up some stats, but there's really not a ton of stats to tally up.
15 strikeouts by Josie Wilson is really the only stat you need.
1 hit for the Panthers. That belongs to Goose Hannah Gandy, Morton and Murphy combined the game in the circle. Panthers, the big thing, we had 7 errors, as that's not the way we wanted it to happen. But Sissonville's a really good team, and we got to find a way to recoup and gather ourselves up and see if we can't find a way to battle back. And boy, wouldn't it be fun to get a game against Roane County? I don't know who's going to win, but if we face them, that'll be a good battle.
Yeah, we've split with Roane, and Roane, if we do have to go to the opponent's place, it would have to be at Roane, I'm assuming, because they are the 6th seed as a result that they beat us the most recent time that we played, even though we have beat Roane this year, and that music couldn't be any louder, I don't think.
I will say one last thing. We do want to give a player of the game. I'm going to say with one hit and the only hit, we have to give it to Goose Gandy.
Goose Gandy would be the player of the game today, as Clay falls 15-0 in just over an hour's
overwhelming fashion. Yes. So we'll keep everybody updated. We're going to try to do some more broadcasting. We've got baseball at home tomorrow. We've got softball apparently somewhere tomorrow. We'll find out. We'll keep everybody updated as best we can on Facebook. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. Final score, Sissonville 15, Clay County nothing. This has been a production of WVRC 104.7 over in Spencer. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks to Clay County Schools.